Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center. We would like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless we play those three mythical letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hadou-Ken? Loki?
You know what? We in a whole new year, so I expect you guys to know what it stands for by now. Repeat after me. Everyone deserves a hero. That's right. It's sometimes out there that, you get your behind kicked in and you need to pull that top deck. You need to have that Yugi moment where you find that card that just turns everything around. And that's what this new set has been doing, Kaldheim, if you haven't been paying attention. We've been going into Nordic mythology, and we've been exploring the gods and everything. And there's some cards in this set that have gone gangbusters. But before we go down that road, we got to give a shout out.
That's right. We want to give a special shout out and a welcome to the Mana Squad, Jackson Owen Smelik.
First of all,
I butchered the last name. I apologize. I've tried to figure it out, and we still appreciate you, though.
First of all, I'm feeling the three names, by the way. But, since you believe in what we do and contributed to the squad, we got to shout out your favorite commander.
Yeah, also coming in with three names is Brutalclad Telcor Engineer.
Okay.
Is Jackson's favorite commander.
I'm loosely remembering this one. You got to refresh the mind right now.
So Brutalclad is a beast. First of all, is 4 and is it red and blue? Is that Simic? Is it? Okay, I don't really play that.
It's 4 and is it? Is it 4? It's 4. Is it 4?
Okay, yeah. 4 and is it? 6 CMC. So 4/4 Artificer. Creature.
Okay.
Tokens you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you create a 2/1 mirror, and also then you may choose a token you control. If you do, each other token you control becomes a copy of that chosen token. It's a little involved. It gets stupid. I played this before. I don't remember if you were there.
I was there. This card is so dumb. It failed third grade because it refused to figure paint.
But yeah, last time I played this, I had like 5 Infernal Titans on the board. I was a problem. So I see what you're doing, Jackson. I hope that you are very fruitful in your mirrors that you are creating and creating some dumb tokens.
I'm just telling you, you got to spread the love, seasons beatings. So let's go ahead and get into this list. You know what? Kaldheim came out.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful set. It wasn't as good as the Commander set that came out.
Commander Legends of all legends.
But boop, boop, boop. It still was a good set. So there was a lot of great hitters out there. A lot of things that I saw out there that I was like, man, these cards are so good. They're too good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need research and development to pee in the cup because y'all got to be on drugs to print some of this stuff.
Yeah, and then we also saw some other cards. We were like...
straight trash and garbage.
Yeah. Where's the nearest recycling bin and where's the nearest landfill?
I would not, hold up. I would not disgrace my booty wiping my butt with these cards. That's how bad they were. And some of these were mythics.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do a general list, some things that stood out to us as far as being some of the bangers, and then some other cards that were just boo-boo.
That's right. That's right. We got to get our Parks and Recs on, people. That's right. You got to ask yourself sometimes when you play these cards, is it a banger?
Yeah. So we're going to start there. So first coming up to the stage is Toravar God of Fury.
Never heard of him.
He's one of the angry gods. It's always a angry god in the last few sets.
It sounds like red and it sounds like he's out of toilet paper. Tell me what this guy do.
So Toravar is 2 and 2 red. It's 5/4 god without indestructible or any type of recursion.
Not indestructible because we already know the struggle is real.
Yeah, but anyway, he also has trample, so that's useful.
Okay.
However, whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, Toravar deals damage equal to the excess to any other target than that permanent.
It's a lot of good spells that we cook with this. Let me hit you one more time.
Okay.
Blasphemous Act. That's right.
Blasphemous Act. Blasphemous Act is cute. Okay. Have you heard of Star of Extinction?
Oh my! Tell the people out there what Star of Extinction does.
For an undisclosed amount of mana.
7. You know how I know that? Because I got hit with it. 7.
It deals 20 damage to all creatures on the board.
To the face. And it also destroys the land, but we don't care about that. Imagine this. You sitting there, minding your own business, and all of a sudden, your pants fall down and all your creatures take 20 damage. It's not a good feeling. There's a lot of breeze coming through that.
Yeah, that's a visual that I didn't need to see. But essentially, I think Toravar is going to get. I think that Torov is going to get a lot of play, a lot of show, a lot of screen time because people like to throw damage around.
Say it.
Yeah.
Earthquake is a card.
Earthquake is a card.
Earthquake is a card.
Your card, Goblin Bombardment is a card.
Say it. Electro-Dominance is a card.
Ken, Vicious Shadows is a thing.
Dear Lord, we live in a disgusting world full of heathens. And just because we know heathens roll with us, we know you're going to be playing some of these cards. What else we got out there?
All right, next up is something from HP Lovecraft. We have Orvar, the All Form.
Yeah, I saw this card. I didn't read it because the tentacles start freaking me out. What does this card do?
So it's 3 in a blue. It's a 3/3 shapeshifter changeling.
Love it.
Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. So basically, target any of your stuff, you can create a token copy of it. It has some other stuff on there, but don't worry about that. We don't care about that.
So last set, there was a card called Sakashima that came out. And Sakashima says, the legend rule doesn't matter. This card would go nuts in that deck.
You know what other card kind of does it as well? It's the one you push all the time.
Kaya's Ghost Form. Look here.
No.
Okay, so sorry.
You got a little ahead of yourself.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so there's a few cards you push a lot. What's the blue one? Comes in, copy of any legendary.
Oh, Spark Double. Okay, little people. Let me get the soapbox out. Spark Double. He is a need to be in every deck, and if you don't got it, then you don't have it.
Yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Next up.
Okay.
Gold Span Dragon.
I saw this card and I literally vomited. I was like, there's no way they printed this on purpose. I looked down and I was like, what? Treasures tap for 2? This is ridiculous. Like this what? First of all, explain the card.
Yeah, it's a dragon, 4/4 dragon, 3 and 2 red. It has flying and haste. And like you said, treasures you control have tap, sacrifice it, produce 2 mana of any color.
But Ced,
any one color.
How do you get the treasures?
Whenever he attacks, whenever it attacks or becomes the target of a spell, you get a treasure.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So treasures are tapping for double now.
This is disgusting.
This is where we are.
This is how we do this.
This is where we are.
This is how we want to start the new year.
All right. So next up, I think this card, if it's not going to get banned, it should be banned. Or I think the format is just going to regulate itself because there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings around. But next up is Turgret, God of Fright.
Okay, listen to me right now. First of all, the front of this card is nice. The booty's even better because there's an artifact on the back that says when it taps, you use 3 life unless you do some stuff. And then you can untap it black. This card does the most. I saw the back and I freaked out.
Yeah, but
then I realized they had a front.
Yeah, the front says it's a 4 or 5 god, 3 and 2 black. Has menace, which is always good to see. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you can just put it from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
Say it. Will effects is a thing. We will it.
Discarding is a thing.
We willing. We gonna make you will and take all your stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make you draw your entire deck. Then I'm gonna open the refrigerator and smack you with the milk, and then come and make you will it again. We taking all your stuff.
Wow. So, play at your discretion.
Play at your own will. I got bail money for this card because I already know the second I play it, and as ruthless as I am, we gonna get dirty. How dirty? I'll talk about reusing toilet paper dirty.
On that note, last we're going to talk about is Coma, Cosmo, Serpent.
There's a lot I got to say about this card. First of all,
the card says a lot too.
Yeah, it does. First of all, it is Simic and 7. It's double dose of Simic and 3.
Yeah.
So I saw this card, and the first thing I got off this card was Midgard Serpent. If you don't know the legends, this is the serpent that wraps around the world and grabs his own tail. I think the more common version is Ouroboros. Anyway, I always loved the legend, and I love this card. Tell the people why.
Okay, so first of all, it can't be countered.
No, you cannot. Blue players, shut up.
At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token named Coma's Coil.
Every upkeep, the bodies is hitting the floor.
You can sacrifice another serpent. So not even necessarily these tokens necessarily. You can just sacrifice a serpent. Choose one. Either tap target permanent and its activators can't be activated this entire turn.
Ricky Waters, turn that water off.
Other thing you can do is he can gain indestructible to end the turn.
Indestructible because the struggle is real. Only thing this card is missing is trample. That's all I'm saying.
Does it?
It just needs a little trample.
I mean, hey, you're in green. You can cook that up, and it's a 6/6.
Where there's a will, there's a school bus ready to run you over.
Exactly. So those were just a few bangers out of the set that we just wanted to highlight.
I'm sorry. There's one out there you missing.
There's a few more.
And I gotta get this off my spirit.
Go ahead. Go for it.
All right, let me testify in front of the congregation. It's called Tibble's Trickery. Look here.
I get it.
This card gonna get banned. We already know it. We seen the writing on the school bus, and some of y'all out there looking off in space like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hadou-Ken? What are you talking about?
How is Tibble's Trickery broken?
How does Tibble's Trickery, fickle my diggles? And I'm gonna tell you right now how it does it. You ain't gonna counter your opponent's spell. Oh no, you gonna counter your own spell.
First of all, let's give it up. There's a new counter spell in red.
Red didn't need it. Red did not need it. So you telling me I can turn sideways, come across the table, and then counter your spell? No.
Red did not need a counter spell.
Nobody wanted this. Like I said, research development. I need you to go find a cup and pee in it.
Yeah.
Because we testing y'all tonight.
So what's the rest of the strategy?
Oh,
did we explain that already?
Oh yeah. So the way Tibble Trickery works, that if you counter a spell, you mill 2 cards, and then you find a non-land permanent and you cast it. So what I do is I'll play something like a Tormund's Crypt or any of the mini 0 spells out there, or a low CMC spell. I'll counter my own spell because it targets the person that you're countering, and then I flip over until I hit something big, like a Ugin or any of the mini Eldrazi's, or anything bunkers like that.
Yeah. So there's a 2-drop instant that you can just get something big and ridiculous out.
You know what? I've seen somebody get a Ugin on turn 2 with this. It was disgusting. It was filthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally had skid marks in his draws, and it just flipped them around. That's how nasty it was.
All right. So speaking of nasty, let's go ahead and transition into the boo-boo.
Okay. So now we got to do that. The least favorite part of this is when we talk about the cards, like, why did I even print these?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What's going on here? What are we doing?
So I'm gonna just go ahead and say I peeked around a little bit at this set, especially when we did our box opening, and I had questions.
I had concerns.
Yeah, I wanted to write a note to an administrator.
No. I wanted to speak to someone's manager. So when I saw some of these cards, I was like, wow, they just gave up on some of these. So let's go ahead and get into it. First one is called Kaldheim Unleashed. On the surface, it's a 4-drop.
That creates a 4/4
angel with vigilance. Ooh, the big spooky bear. Or you can play the 4 total cost and play 1 white and XX and create that many number of 4/4 angels.
Now, what have we told you about XX spells?
It is the worst thing you could ever do to Magic.
They're still printing these.
Yeah, why? Because it's garbage. They were like somebody at R&D was like, the time is up. Phil, you got to put something in. Phil freaked out and did this.
So this is the part where Phil needs to go sit in the penitentiary box, the penalty box.
I'm gonna need him to find a corner. I need Phil to go find a corner and shut up.
So Phil also made this a mythic.
Phil need to be fired. All right, I'm sorry. Phil, you had a good run here at Magic R&D.
What do you know? A spot just opened up.
Exactly. All right.
So we've said goodbye to Phil. I think another spot has also opened up because we also have Alrons Epiphany.
So apparently they were like, we need an extra turn spell in this format.
I'm actually surprised that you picked this one because this was on my list as well, and I didn't know if you were going to talk about it. But I'm glad you did because, like you said, we have a 7-drop extra turn spell.
It's not even an instant. It's a sorcery. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It has foretell.
You can foretell it for 6, but it produces 2 doo-doo creatures that float around your board and then gives you an extra turns. For 7 mana, it should be able to decimate the board, create 2 sandwiches, and have a side Coke ready for me, fresh cold out of the refrigerator.
Yeah, but unfortunately, all it does is just give you an extra turn.
Oh, it just gives you an extra turn.
After you spent 7 mana.
Yeah.
Maybe 6.
It really didn't affect the board.
Yeah.
You just created two birds and just told you to just kiss his behind. I wouldn't wait. Toilet paper. It's not even good for toilet paper.
Yeah. So whoever created that one,
Shane,
go.
Shane, you fired too.
Yeah.
Go join. Who's
Phil.
that? See,
Phil.
we don't even remember Phil's name no more because that's how irrelevant Phil was. But Shane, you get in the line behind him because we tired of this. All right, coming to the front of the congregation because we need to have a word with them. Is Eradicator Valkyrie. This card is trash. And I know what I'm about to hear out there, but you can use it in standard. This ain't about standard.
What standard?
Oh, no, it's one of those lesser formats.
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, the Valkyrie costs 4. It has flying, lifelink, and hexproof for planeswalkers. I know, it started to sound good, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was almost there. It was at the cusp. I was like, oh, man, you was right there. And then you just dropped. Then I caught you eating a sandwich in the bathroom, and now you gross. So I'm sitting there, and then even had a good attachment, too, where it boasts. By the way, I'm starting to like Boast.
Yeah, I'm reading up more about it. These mechanics in this set are actually pretty good.
They're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So with Boast, whenever you attack, you play the Boast card, and then you get stuff.
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
And this one was almost good, but then you made it hex-proof.
From Planeswalkers.
Why? It's like...
Are Planeswalkers ruining lives out there?
I don't see them in that format that heavy. But whatever, that's cool. Hexproof
Is Chandra wrecking y'all life right now?
I know. Is Teferi doing that much dirt? Well, I can actually believe it.
Actually, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get that one. But yeah.
Oko.
Oko's not a thing, though.
In Commander he is.
Yeah, because he's the boss in the Commander.
Yeah.
But anyway, I saw this card, and I was like, man, y'all gave up. So, Tim, you fired too. I know this is your card.
I think Tim can be on just suspension, temporary suspension, with
no pay.
With
no pay.
Yeah.
You get no pay, Tim.
This is the Oko killer.
You go home, you eat your lowly man dinner, you think about what you did with this card.
This is the Oko killer. Maybe maybe a Ugin killer. Maybe.
Okay. All right, coming to the stage. I had hopes for this card.
I wish they would have did them better.
It's like they just quit, and I had hopes for this card.
Even the art is pretty good.
The art is flying.
Yeah.
It's Nico Eris. This card is actually beautiful, but again, they saw what it could do, and then they crapped out. I guess they were trying to power scale these cards, but then it just petered out. So Nico says you can pay Azorius plus blue and X. When you pay that X, it comes in with that many shards. Now, shards is a new mechanic.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it says whenever you can pay 2, you get to scry and then draw.
Okay, you sacrifice it, you scry 1, then draw a card. Wow,
Exactly.
that's a lot.
That's a lot going on.
Okay.
Which is, that's not bad.
Okay.
But then I'm looking at his +1.
Yeah.
The +1 says that you get to make a creature unblockable. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds great. But then when it does combat damage, you put it back in your hand. Now, if this was a red card, I'd be all down for it.
Yeah.
Because then it can give it haste, and it can get nasty, and we can get real gross. But this is Azorius, and Azorius ain't quite known for that.
I would even say, even if you dealt damage, you can draw a card. Like, that sure.
And then the negative ability, the negative one that says, you can do 2 damage equal to 1 creature equal to the number of tapped creatures. So I can pow, machine gun killing somebody down.
Hey, at least the last creature we talked about has hexproof from it.
Okay, cool. And then, of course, the last one, you shard out, you -1, you shard something out.
You shard out a shard.
You shard out a shard. So I was a little disappointed. They could have made this a haymaker, but it's kind of like they crapped out. You know what? You don't get fired for this one, but you get a talking to. Now, the last card on our list.
I think that this one is going to be hotly contested.
You shut your mouth and your face in that order. We have some contentions about this card. Yeah.
Okay.
Sarov, the Realm Eater. First of all, it is Gulgari and 1. It's a 3-drop. Mm-hmm. Now, this card says that whenever a permanent goes to the graveyard and opponent controls, you put a 1/1 counter on them. Mm-hmm. You can remove 1/1 counter and exile all non-land permanents equal to the number 1 counters on it. Mm-hmm. This is a trash card. In every way, shape, and form. It will not last long enough on the battlefield to do anything close to what you're thinking.
I'm not going to disagree. Maybe because basically it's a clock. This is actually a reminiscent of an artifact from back in the day that does the same thing.
It's a weaker version of Pernicious Deeds.
It's like Pernicious Deeds. It's like one of the artifacts I'm thinking about. It's actually Gulgari, or you pay a Gulgari cost and you put counters on it. But I'm looking at that just the fact that it gets bigger.
It doesn't even have trample. It doesn't have death touch.
Maybe it'll stick around.
It doesn't even have mustard. How you gonna have a sandwich that don't even got mustard on it?
You know what? I think you slightly convinced me. It didn't bring the mustard, so this is actually this is part of the myth as well, the Norse mythology.
Oh
as well.
yeah, the fur wolf.
Yeah.
The one that beat Odin behind.
Yeah. Also, kind of looks like the wolf from Rampage, not the video game, but the movie.
Actually, I'm getting more vibes of Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing. Well, Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh
no, you see these cards that we presented for you. We brought you some bangers and we brought you some toilet paper. And if you see any of these cards that we feature and you want one, why don't you check in the affiliate link down at the bottom? Help yourself out and help out your local gaming store, especially during these times.
Yeah. And also, if you want to grab one of those cool nifty shirts that you see on the channel, the link is in the description below under shop here. So make sure you check that out as well. But I think we have some more in store for Kaldheim. Set just released. We did a box opening, so make sure that you check that out. We opened up actually a number of the cards that we talked about here today.
Exactly. So, a lot of the trash ones too. A lot of them. Oh, and also, in the comments below, put in some of the cards that thought were OP, like Vorinclex, or some of the cards that was down there that was just right dirty.
Like just one of those sagas.
Yeah, other. Yeah, you can blindly pick any of the saga, and most of them are trash.
Yeah, just throw a dart at the wall. So, but until next time, make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell the enemy to tell a friend,
and tell that enemy that we coming.
Yeah, and we'll see you later.
Peace.